Good morning, soft washing dudes. What be on the internet?
Hey guys, good morning.
We're fixing to go back up here and finish a job in Wedowee. So we've got a little bit of a drive, about 15 minutes this morning to get to this job site. We just stopped and got ourselves a croissant biscuit at Burger King. We're gonna go up here and we'll be done here pretty quick this morning. We've already done most of it. Had a pump malfunction yesterday and didn't have a spare on the truck, so had to go back to the shop like a dummy. I thought I had a spare on this truck, but I guess I took it off and did something with it. So here we go, let's get into it. Top 5 things that we hate to hear customers say. Now Jonathan don't know these yet, so he'll know them now, but he got to hear one of them yesterday. And as lists go, guys, when you're doing lists, some of you dudes are starting to do Facebook and YouTube videos. When you do a top 5, the only proper way to do a top 5 or a top 10 is you work your way to 1, okay? Don't start at 1. That ruins the suspense. So always start at 5. So number 5, can you do it cheaper? I got them wrote down here so I don't forget. Can you do it cheaper? Can you do it cheaper? No, can't do it any cheaper. Now, we don't get this question a lot. There went the ink pen. Can you do it cheaper? Hey, we'll do your house, we'll do your roof, we'll do your driveway for X dollars. Can you do it cheaper? The spirit of the question doesn't offend me so much as how they word it. If they word it the right way, it's not going to bother me. If they say, well, I was trying to be around, a certain price range if I could, that's okay. If they say, can you do it cheaper? That just says, hey, I want you to make less money today. So I don't like that. When the tone of that question can mean a lot. Can you do it cheaper? No, not really, because we're already competitive. Or they'll say, can you give me a discount? Well, no, I can't give you a discount unless there's some reason here that you qualify. If we're running a special, or if we're already on site and we're doing a roof, I may give you a discount on the driveway or something like that. But just a brand new customer that wants to price shop, price shopping is part of the equation, but can you do it cheaper? It means that that's the only thing they're focused on. They're not focused on quality. They're not focused on our reviews. They're not focused on what they're getting from us. All they're worried about is a price. I don't like that. So not all these things are things that I'm gonna cancel a job for. I'm just saying these are things that personally, internally kind of grind our gears. When you hear them, you flinch and you say, I wish you didn't say that. Aggravate. Can you do it cheaper? Number 2, I forgot to leave a check. We've done this several times. Normally what we prefer to do is to have the customer leave a check if they're not going to be home, and a lot of people aren't. We say, hey, just leave a check under the doormat in a Ziploc bag. We'll pick it up when we get there. Everything will be good to go. Sure, that's fine, no problem. And they off to work they go and they forget to leave a check. It's not a big deal. Here's where it can be a big deal. We can still send them a PayPal link because a lot of our jobs are out of town. We drive an hour to get there, right? So if they don't leave a check, we're not driving back to get the check. They can mail a check and that's okay. Or I can send them a PayPal link. Had a lady do this to me last year. Went to Noonan and cleaned her roof. She was supposed to leave us a check. She said the next morning we got there to do the job. She was gone to work, no check. I texted her, I said, hey, did you forget to leave a check? Oh, I sure did, I'm sorry. I said, it's fine, don't worry about it. Do you use PayPal? We'll send you a PayPal link. Yeah, I've got PayPal. Okay, cool. I said, so I sent her the link and I added in the fee for PayPal, which is not much. It was about $20 or something like that. So she texts me back, hey, I got the link, but it's $20 higher. I said, yes, ma'am, that's the PayPal fee added in there. Well, I'm not paying that. You said the price would be this. Well, you also said you were going to leave a check, which would have avoided the PayPal fee. I've got to eat $20 because you forgot to leave a check. That's not how this works. So I had to explain to her that we can do this and roll these hoses back up and leave, or you could have left a check like you said. You forgot to do something. Don't be snarky now. You're going to eat the $20. It's not even about the $20. It's just the principle of it. If I am in the wrong, if my lawn care guy comes and cuts the grass and I forget to give him a check, or leave a check, I'm going to pay the fee. I don't expect him to lose more money because I inconvenienced him. I forgot to leave a check. Hate to hear that. Number 3 thing I hate to hear is I got to reschedule. Now, this can go either way. If they're on the schedule and it's 3 or 4 days out and they have to reschedule, that's fine, not a big deal. If it's the day of and we've got to reschedule, kind of gets, under my skin. I don't like that because we've showed up to jobs and they tried to reschedule. They pay a fee for that. They pay a rescheduling fee if they do not let us know 24 hours in advance that they need to reschedule. Sometimes things happen and you have to reschedule. Something comes up. We've had homeowners say, well, my wife's tire blew and I had to buy a tire and I need to reschedule. Listen, if you ain't got the money to put a tire on your car, you don't need to be paying for roof cleaning, okay? Kick that can, go listen to Uncle Dave, kick that can down the road, get your money squared away, and then call us. If something legitimate comes up and you need to reschedule, it ain't no big deal. Just let us know ahead of time so we can plan accordingly and we're not driving out there to your house and then we can't do any work. That's costing us money. Reschedule is okay, not the day of. I gotta reschedule. That's my number 3. Number 2. See, I'm still trying to do it. Number 2. Can you use a different chemical to clean my house? This happens every once in a while. I don't know that I've ever had this actually questioned to me, but I've seen it other guys in the groups. Hey, what chemical are you using? Well, we use blah, 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 blah. Well, does it have bleach in it? Well, yes, it does. It has some bleach in it. Well, I don't want you to use bleach. At that point, if it's just, I don't like bleach and I don't know why, okay. If it's, I have a medical issue that I don't want you to use bleach for, that's understandable. But if it's just, I'm a silly salmon and I don't like bleach, hey, can you use this, or this other thing I saw at Walmart? No, can't do it. Not going to use anything but what we use. I don't go to your job and tell you what to use on your job. Like, I don't make it a habit to walk into the auto mechanic shop and be like, hey, homie, you using them snap-on tools, right? Because that's the only thing that touches my car. That's retarded. Don't be an idiot. We're using what we use. If you don't like it, find somebody else. Can you use it? No. Can you? No. What about no? We use what we use. We've been doing it forever. This is the industry standard. We either going to use this or deuces. We'll see you later. Okay? Can you use a different chemical? That's my number 2. What's my number 1?
Probably going to be wait till after the pollen hits.
Say it again.
Wait till after the pollen hits.
Wait till after the pollen falls. We live in the South. We have a very heavy pollen season here in the spring. Lots of pine trees, lots of hardwoods. Pollen is a big deal here, and there for a few weeks every spring is going to coat everything with a yellow layer of dust. So we get lots of homes that are nasty. They've got algae, they've got mildew all up the side, really filthy, and they need to be washed. And they want to get it washed, but they say, I want to wait till the pollen falls. Now, that grinds my gears. I understand what they're saying, but it's kind of stupid if they'd stop and think about it. They want to wash their house all at one time and get everything off. They want to wait till this massive cloud of pollen gets done and then wash it off. A couple problems with that. We can't exist just during the window of time between the pollen. A company cannot operate that way. We can't say, we're going to shut Southeast Softwash down and operate 8 weeks out of the year. And we're going to, in those 8 weeks, we're going to clean 5,000 houses. Okay, that's stupid. Can't do that. Number 2, we're not there to clean pollen anyway. We're there to remove organics, dirt, cobwebs, roof algae, whatever we're doing. It ain't pollen. Pollen's just dust. If you washed your house in February, got it cleaned up, ready for the year, the pollen falls in March or whatever, who cares? You know what happens is it's just dust. You can take your garden hose and rinse your house off in about 30 seconds. It's not adhered to anything. Rain also washes the pollen off. So it ain't going to matter. It's just stupidness in here, and they're trying to be cheap. I want to do it, but I want to wait till the pollen falls. They're not even, we try to explain it in a nice way and say, well, it's really not going to matter because this is not that. That's 2 different things. I kind of understand where they're coming from. That's a cheap mindset. I only want to do this once a year. Well, does the pollen, Jonathan, does the pollen in these trees, does that they all get on a group chat and say, hey, next Friday we're gonna fall. Y'all ready? 1, 2, 3. And no, it happens over months. If your car got dirty, you got mud all over your car, you say, well, I would run my car through the car wash, but I'm gonna wait till the pollen falls. That way I can just get that off at the same time. No, you run your car through the car wash, be done with it. So those are my top 5 aggravating things that customers can say. Now, I don't let the customers know that it aggravates me. I try not to. I had a crappy day yesterday and I was getting really aggravated because we just had it started off first thing in the morning at the courthouse up here. People complaining about their windows being streaked. We didn't even clean the windows. The windows have been streaked. We find out the courthouse has had open windows for the last 10 years, didn't even know they were open. I wonder why it's cold in here all the time. Well, because you don't shut your windows. It's just stupid. So the day just spiraled down here. But these are my top 5 aggravating things that customers will say to you. You just have to deal with them and move on with life. We are in the customer service industry, so you have to kind of just let it roll around in your head, go in one ear and out the other. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? What is your top 5 most aggravating? If you got 1 or 2, let me know. It is an 11-minute long video. Good night. These things go long quicker than I mean for them to. We're almost to the job site, so we'll let you guys go. Hope you have a productive Thursday. We've got Softwash 101 class tomorrow, and then it'll be the last Friday of every month going forward. So instead of every Friday, it's the last Friday of every month from now on. Washathon is completely sold out. Have had about a dozen people trying to get into Washathon. Sorry, you waited too long. It's sold out. We had a 35 limit capacity. It's done, so we can't fit any more people in the venue. We'll do it again, and hopefully we'll have a little bit bigger place where we can have more people come out to it. So hope you guys have a great Thursday.
Happy washing, guys.
Wash it, get it clean, make some money.